Hey guys, welcome to another SRI New Home Showcase. My name is 𝐻𝐴𝐻𝐿 and today we are here at Hillock Green, a project that is jointly developed by 4C, Soybuild and United Engineers. And this is the third plot of the Lentor precinct that has been launched in the past 12 months. So you know what, with the tagline of sculpting new levels of luxury, let's go find out a little bit more from Ken Loh, our managing partner, what is so different about this plot. Let's go!
So actually, Hillock Green is located within the Lentor precinct, inside the 𝐼𝐻𝐿 planning region.
Yep.
We know that it is one of the region that has the highest transaction volume in the secondary market as compared to the rest of the regions. Although we are in 𝐼𝐻𝐿, it is a very low density private enclave that consists mainly of landed properties.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep, we do not have HDB within this area. In the future, Lentor will transform with these launches coming in.
Okay.
So the exact location of where Hillock Green is, it is located directly opposite Lentor Modern.
Okay.
And that was the first launch of this precinct, right?
Yep.
And we believe Lentor Modern will be the future of this Lentor precinct because of the shopping mall and the MRT station. So Hillock Green is actually in one of the plots that's nearest to the shopping mall and the MRT station.
Okay.
Residents get to walk just a short 1.5 minutes via a sheltered walkway to the MRT station. Okay, so we all know that plots are being released around Hillock Park itself. Hillock Green gets the backing of Hillock Park. Out of all the plots, Hillock Green enjoys the widest frontage. In other words, we have a lot of units that are actually facing the park. That adds to the tranquility and the serenity of living within Lentor itself. Towards the front, you get to see the modernity with the shopping and the connectivity, and the back, you get to enjoy the park with one of the widest frontage. According to the tagline of the developers on new levels of luxury, that is something that we can see pretty evidently later when we approach the model.
Okay, Ken, just wondering, with all these plots that are coming into the whole Lentor area, do you think that there will actually potentially be an oversupply?
That is a common question that we face on the ground. So with this total of 11 plots, it only forms up slightly more than 5,000 plus units, according to our estimation, right? And we have done case studies on similar clustering of developments in other areas. For example, your Pasir Ris cluster, where you have Coco Palms, Dines, Livia, and then we have another cluster in your Bedok Reservoir area, where you have your waterfront series. What we saw was that all the launches that happened across the years were fully sold within 2 to 4 years of their launch. And more importantly, in the secondary market now, we are seeing very healthy transaction volume, as good as almost 1 to 2 units being sold every 3 days, evenly spread across all the developments. I don't think there will be any oversupply with just 5,000 units within the Lentor precinct. I think it is actually good enough to form up a new township.
So Ken, next question. Why is the government releasing so many lands within the whole Lentor area?
Every time we study how the government has been planning the economic growth of certain areas, we realize that they go according to their theme of live, work, play, learn. So in order for a large economic growth area to succeed, that's where they need to inject population within the area. So we have seen similar trending in the recent years. So with the announcement of Jurong Innovation District, the government released a new township within Tengah, where they will be injecting more than 40,000 homes within the area. Subsequently, we saw them releasing more private lands in your areas like your Bukit Batok, your Hillview, Bukit Panjang area. This is a sign of how they support the economic growth within the area. So when we talk about Hillock Green itself and the Lentor precinct, we believe in the next 5 to 10 years, we will start seeing the government grow the northern region of Singapore. That's where your North Coast Innovation Corridor will take place. That runs from Woodlands all the way to your Seletar, ending off in Punggol Digital District. In fact, Lentor is just a short, maybe 10 minutes drive away from this growth area, and that's why we believe these 11 plots were being released to plan for this growth.
So with all these lands and infrastructure coming in, can I just say that the connectivity here, it's also something that will be very well looked after for the residents here?
Yep, actually you're right, because we have already started seeing the government injecting huge infrastructure growth within this area. What we see now, which is your Lentor station, that forms up part of your entire Thomson East Coast line. So this line actually serves people from the north, heading down all the way to the south, then to the East Coast part. Right, so this train line will actually allow a lot of people to move into the northern part of Singapore and out of it. Right, so and interestingly, because of how this line is being structured, just within 6 stops from Lentor, you are actually into very high valued stations such as your Shenton, Maxwell, Great World, all the way to Marina Bay. On the other hand, we also have a new expressway that is being built underground now, which is your North-South corridor. Right, so it runs almost parallel to how Thomson East Coast Line is running. Similarly, they are bringing people people from the north all the way to the south. And these will definitely elevate a lot of traffic on the city itself. Because we are 4 stations away from the terminus of 𝐇𝐈𝐋𝐿 line on the northern part, at Woodlands North, you can then hop on to RTS Link. RTS Link is an upcoming railway line that will bring Singaporeans in and out of Malaysia. Another interesting fact is that one of the developers, 4C, who is very strong in building infrastructure, is actually the builder behind this RTS Link.
And of course, not forgetting that Hillock Green is within one of the largest catchment areas for a lot of greeneries. Let's go check out the model, shall we?
Let's go.
So Ken, we're standing right here in the model and Hillock Green looks very different, looks very timeless. Tell me a little bit more.
So I think all the 3 developments, including Hillock Green, look pretty different in their character. After we looked at the plan by URA, we realized that they have on purpose created a lot of different structure of the buildings, different plot ratio. So it will not be the usual single level kind of blocks. Hillock Green itself is sitting on a plot that is directly opposite Lentor Modern, which is here. If you look over here, you can see that there's a sheltered walkway that links all the way, crossing the road towards Lentor Modern. So within a minute and a half, you can actually cross over here. So we have a total of 474 units sitting on 2 towers across 3 blocks. As you can see from the front part, the frontage is already very wide.
It is.
So it looks very grand from the start. And of course, I like how the architect has designed this building facade with very textured wall finishes on the side. And the color they chose is very timeless and it matches how the backing of Hillock Park will be. So using the concept and the inspiration from the trees within Hillock Park, they actually form up these buildings with strong vertical and horizontal lines. So you can see very evidently on how tall the buildings are looking. In fact, they have also on purpose created a double volume sky terrace on level 14. Instead of the usual single level that you see, now they created double volume, which allows the green and the landscaping to flow down. And from far, actually, you look at it, it looks like a luxury product within the core region.
It does.
I like the fact that instead of just horizontal and vertical lines, as you move your eyes down towards the facility area, you realize that they are using a lot of lines along the curvatures because of this land that is sloping upwards. I think the architect has very cleverly used different layerings. Unlike a lot of developments where you see just vast open spaces, you can feel that it's a lot cozier because you have little corners that are tucked away, and it gives a different type of lifestyle in this. So as I bring you across, you can see that even the grand drop-off area, we have a very nice standalone tree in the middle. As we move your eyes up to the second level, when you look at it on a bird's eye view, feels like your Marina Barrage. So on the second level, you have your grand clubhouse, entertainment lounge, karaoke lounge, and a lot of other lounges that forms up on the second level. On the third level, which brings us to the highest part of the E deck, that is where you have your gym and your dance studio over there. It is then seamlessly linked to where the main pool area is. And the pool is actually in a very nice curvature format as well that hugs the building around. And this is my favorite part of the development because of the higher terrain at the back of Hillock Park, right? You realize that this is like a picture taken out of a luxurious villa that is hidden away in Bali or Phuket, where you can be swimming, but you look out into nothing but just tree lines.
That's true, that's very nice.
What I like is also on the larger planning, how deliberate URA has ensured all the plots look different. They have also ensured that the boundary around these buildings are actually using porous fencing, which allows a flow to the nature park at the back.
Very nice.
And of course, in order to ensure that it's a livable area, they have on purpose, on a planning condition, told the developer to keep apart a 30 meters airway. And this coincides with Lentor Modern's airway as well. Architect has also cleverly tilted this development on a north-south facing. At the same time, you don't get units looking directly into Lentor Modern and vice versa. In fact, the units on the other side of this block do get unblocked views, right? Because of the landed property and it's looking out of Lentor Modern. Yeah, so I think the whole feel just gives you a very luxurious feel, the resort kind. I think it's an adventure to live in this place.
Very nice. So there are a total of 3 show units at Hillock Green. We have got the 2+ study, the 3+ study, as well as the 4-bedder, right? So currently, right now, we are at the 2+ study show unit, which is the one we're going to show you, 753 square feet. Can take it away.
So as we enter into this door, we will be greeted with a study area. In fact, the study area in the 3 and the 4 actually have a full glass window. So there's a lot of light coming in. But what is special about this 2+ study layout is the width of this walkway towards the living and dining area. So in fact, these are ID treatment. So if you take away this panel, you can already see how big the width is. So there's a lot of possibility of doing up your cabinet and storage along this area, or you can just keep the space wide open. But my favorite part about this layout is actually this kitchen area. So in fact, the developer has designed it to be in a very nice U-shaped kitchen area, which allows a high possibility of your enclosure, where you can make it into an enclosed kitchen, right? So U-shaped kitchens do allow a lot of work spaces around as you prepare your food.
It's quite practical, right?
Yep. And you have cabinetry all around this area. So I think this is one of the key selling points for this 2+ study unit. So instead, after we've seen how wide the space at the kitchen area is, similarly we are seeing a very nice space here. I like the segregation between where the kitchen is, your dining area, and your living area. So usually for a lot of the compact 2-bedrooms that we see in the market today, usually we see a very blur line between your living and dining. This one has a very nice segregation between both. Yet at the same time, it is very efficient because we have 2 rooms stuck at the corner.
For sure.
0 walkway that is wasted. This is the master with an attached bathroom and a common toilet is here. So in fact, it feels like you have 1 toilet each for each room.
Very nice. Hey guys, if you have watched to this part, we've now come to the end of our SRI New Home Showcase. Ken, share with us a little bit more about all the summary points that you want to share with everybody.
Okay, so we know Hillock Green is within the Lentor precinct, and we know this Lentor precinct will stand to grow very largely in the next 5 to 10 years with the growth of the North region. In fact, we are in an area that's surrounded with one of the most number of reserve sites in Singapore. So the potential of this area to grow is tremendous. And we are in a very safe zone. Being in the Northeast region, we will see one of the highest transaction volume in the secondary market. And I think Lentor will stand out amongst this region because we are not like the rest where there's high density and there are a lot of HDB blocks around. In fact, we are in a very low density area even with the 11 plots coming up. Lastly, I think Hillock Green, amongst the other 2 developments, they all have their different characters. They cater to different buyers or different preferences. What we see is something that people who love luxury product will like because of how they have designed the facade of the building, how tall it stands, and the different layers that they have created with the curvature of the facilities, and it using the elevated terrain blending in seamlessly with the backing of Hillock Green. So I think Hillock Green is special in that way, sitting on good potential. It will probably also be one of the most affordable launch in the market today.
Alright guys, so once again we've now come to the end of SRI New Home Showcase. If you have liked what you have seen, we want you to come on by to check it out. In fact, you should come on by to check it out. Do contact your preferred SRI salesperson. We have a target running date, preview date of 28 October all the way to 7 November. That's our public preview. And of course, the launch date itself, where we open for public booking, it's on the 11th of November. With that, we'll see you at our next video. My name is Ainsley.
My name is Ken.
And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.